Great. Okay, push. Great. So nice to see you all tonight. I was thinking a lot about this class for tonight. And it's that time of year where things just kind of speed up a little bit. And also everyone's really tired. We're coming near the end of a term of school and all of that. And so tonight's class is going to be a certain amount of movement. So we remove stagnation and any kinks and tightness in the body. And that's the purpose of asana, is to move the body, to increase the circulation so that we're ready to meditate, right? That we're ready to relax. And so have that as your intention as you're moving tonight, that it's not to get some maximum stretch in any pose, but rather just to let any kinks and tightness out of your body so you're ready for a deep relaxation. I'm going to do a really nice guided yoga nidra tonight, and we're going a bit of a journey. And on that journey, I'm going to ask you about an intention. And so let's start with our eyes closed here. Before we begin, I'd like you to think of your intention. And so an intention is the seed that you would like to plant in your subconscious. And I know for me, over the years, when I do yoga nidra and somebody says to me about getting an intention, I kind of go, oh God, what will I find as an intention? And you kind of, depends on your personality, right? But for me, I'm always kind of like, oh, I don't know what to think of. And it's usually the first thing you think of. And also remember, it's your intention for your yoga nidra tonight. It doesn't have to be an intention that lasts your whole life or anything like that. It's just your intention for tonight in this practice, reflecting this moment in time. So close your eyes and sense, what are you calling in at the deepest level of you? And it's generally the first thing you think of. And I know some of the intentions that all of us should consider and could consider if something isn't coming to you, is to love ourselves a little bit more, to be a little bit more kind with ourselves. Maybe there's an intention that you have for yourself in your relationships. Maybe it's in your work, maybe at another level in your life. And now begin to deepen your breath. So as you inhale, sense the breath going down the body. And as you exhale, the breath comes back up the body. Inhale, filling up the breath right down to the pelvic floor. And exhale, the breath rebounding, coming back up towards the heart. I'll do one more seat here. Relax the shoulders, really becoming present. Inhaling down and exhaling up. So let's come lying on our belly. We did this last week. And as always, have loads of cushions and blankets for at the end of the class. So lying on your belly, and place your hands like a little pillow and rest your forehead on your hands. And now this is called crocodile pose. And so breathing here, filling up as you inhale. And you can feel the diaphragm is now having to push against the floor to fill up. And then as you exhale, the breath comes back up towards the heart and out. I have my head lifted because of the mic, but you can have your head down on your hands. And so lying in crocodile pose, very calming. It's always very calming when we lie like this in supine position. But also it's very good because we have direct feedback from the diaphragm as we breathe. We can feel it expanding because it's pushing into the floor. And so there's more physical contact and feedback in the body responding to the breath, corresponding to the breath. Just 2 more smooth breaths here. So not forcing the breath to be deeper than is natural. Really nice. So let's now come round onto our back. And lying on your back, the knees are bent. And those of you who do Pilates are very familiar with this as we breathe. We inhale, the breath goes down, the thoracic diaphragm descends, and the pelvic diaphragm descends. And then as you exhale, the lift of the pelvic diaphragm and the lift of the thoracic diaphragm. And so have that feeling. Inhale, breath goes down, diaphragms, both thoracic and pelvic, descend. And now as you exhale, lift the pelvic diaphragm and ever so slightly, just lift your hips a little bit off the floor. Breathing through your nose. Inhale, drop the hips. Let the breath go down. And as you exhale, push into the heels, ever so slightly squeeze the heels together. Lift the pelvic diaphragm and just lift the lowest part of your back off the floor. So really feel that activation. Inhale, the hips drop down, the breath goes right down. So creating a very strong connection with the breath. Exhale, squeeze the heels, push them into the floor, lift the lowest part of your back, squeeze pelvic floor. Let's do one more. Inhale, drop the hips, breath goes all the way down. And then exhale, squeeze and lift. Super. And now draw the knees into the chest and let's roll up and come around to all fours. And so connection between movement and breath. Inhale, arch. And as you exhale, squeeze and lift and round. Inhaling, arch, tailbone lifts, chest forwards. And as you exhale, squeeze pelvic floor, round the back, draw the ribs in. 2 more. Exhale. So really following the breath with your mind, feeling its movement through your body. Exhale, round. And now tuck your toes and push into down dog. Inhale, bend your knees. And as you exhale, straighten the legs. Breath coming up, heels going down. One more like that. Inhale, bend the knees. And then as you exhale, straighten the legs. And then very carefully walk your feet to your hands. And that can be done whatever way suits you. You might like to come to all fours and step a foot forward, whatever works. Comes to the top of your mat. Hands to your shins. Inhale, lift the chest. Breath goes down to your root. As you exhale, fold in, lift the pelvic floor. Breath towards the head. Let's do 2 more just like that. Inhale, lift the chest. Remember, a little bend in your knees. If you have any sensitivity in the lower back or in the hamstrings, if they're tight, exhale, fold. and lift pelvic floor. One more. Inhale, lift the chest. Breath down to your root. And then exhale, fold in. Press into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach up. And exhale, hands to heart. Let's come into chair pose. So bring your feet together and then sit back into it like you're sitting into a chair. And bring your arms into cactus. So the arms are out to the sides. Ever so slightly draw the tailbone under, pubic bone towards the navel. Take an inhale here, breath down to your root. And then as you exhale, hands can stay in cactus or extend them overhead. Breath lifts up. Inhale, arms back into cactus. Breath down to your root. Exhale, squeeze pelvic floor, lift the arms. Breath coming up. Two more. Inhale, arms in cactus. Breath down. Exhale, reach, engage, lift. One more. Inhale. And then exhale, lift, extend. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to move with the breath. And we're going to really focus on keeping that awareness of the breath as we move. Inhale, reach up, look up. Interlace your hands. And as you exhale, lean to one side. Feel the breath rise, pelvic floor lifts. Inhale back to center, filling up. Exhale, lean to the other side. That feeling of slowing down. Inhale to center. Exhale, fold forward. Again, lifting pelvic floor, thoracic diaphragm. Inhale, lift your heart, lengthen. Exhale, right foot steps back, right knee down. Inhale, reach up, hook your thumbs. Exhale, sink in. Each breath. As you inhale, fill up, breath goes down. As you exhale, pelvic floor lifts, breath bounds up. Let's do one more. Inhale down. Exhaling up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands down and step back. Inhale here in plank. And exhale, knees down, elbows in. Come all the way to the floor. Firm your legs so your top of your feet press down, the knees are lifted, and hover your hands. Inhale, lift. You're not going to come very high. Exhale, coming back down. Become aware of the breath. As you inhale, breath goes all the way down, lift. As you exhale, breath rebounds up, pelvic floor lifts, coming down. So now place the hands, try to lift rather than push, legs are active. Inhale, lift. Exhale, coming down again. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift. Exhaling down. Tuck your toes, press back, and come into down dog. Take a full inhale, filling up. And exhale. Feel the emptying and deepen. So now drop your right knee down and left foot forward between your hands. Inhale, reach up, hook your thumbs. And exhale, sinking down. So tune in, noticing the breath as you inhale going down. Feel the lengthening front of your right thigh, the chest lifting, the arch in the back, the thumbs pulling apart. One more inhale, lift. And exhale, sink in. Hands either side of the front foot. Right foot joins the left. Top of your mat, fold in. Inhale, come all the way up, reach up. Exhaling, hands to heart. Let's go again. Inhale, fill up. Breath down to your root, arms reached. Interlace your hands, just the index finger reaching, and then lean to one side as you exhale. Feel that lift. Inhale to center. And then exhale, lean to the other side. Inhaling to center, breath goes down. Exhaling, fold forward. Feel that lift of the pelvic floor, thoracic diaphragm also rising. Inhale, halfway, lift your heart. Exhale, left foot back, left knee down. Inhale, reach up, hook your thumbs. Exhale, sink in. One more breath here. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sink in. Hands down either side of the front foot. Step back into plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, knees down, elbows in. Come all the way down. Let's do 2 cobras and think of lifting rather than pushing. Legs active, knees lifted. Inhale. Breath goes down. Exhale, coming down. Breath goes up. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, coming down. Come on to all fours and come into down dog. Inhale here. And exhale here. Feel like any stress or tension, you are releasing it consciously with each exhale. One more cycle here. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, release. So left knee down, right foot forward between your hands. Inhale, reach up for 2 breaths here. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, reach, breath goes down. Exhale, sink in. Pelvic floor lifts. Hands down either side of your front foot. Left foot joins the right, top of your mat. Inhale all the way up, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart. Lift the pelvic floor. So let's go again. We'll just do 1 breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lean to one side, interlace the fingers. Inhale to center. Exhale, lean to the other side. Feel that lift. Breath rising. Inhale to center, slowing down. No rush whatsoever. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, right foot back, right knee down. Inhale, reach up. Breath goes down. As you exhale, sink in, pelvic floor lifts. Hands down. Step back into plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, knees down, elbows in. Come all the way down. Firm the legs, knees lifted, thighs active. Inhale into cobra. Lift rather than push. Exhale, all fours. Back into down dog. Take a full inhale. A long exhale. Right knee down, left foot forward between your hands. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right foot joins the left. Top of your mat, folding in. Inhale all the way up, reach up. Exhaling, hands to heart, lift the pelvic floor. Let's do one more round. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Breath goes down. As you exhale, lean to one side, lift the pelvic floor. That awareness up and down your body with each breath. Inhale to center, breath goes down. As you exhale, lean to the other side. Breath rises, pelvic floor lifts. Thoracic diaphragm lifts. Inhale to center. This real sense of the breath, the awareness, and the movement all in sync. Inhale, lift your heart, lengthen. Breath down to the root. Exhaling, left foot steps back, left knee down. Inhale, reach up, look up. And then exhale, sink in, lift the pelvic floor. Hands down, step back to plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, knees down, elbows in. Make your way to the floor. Firm the legs, elbows in. Inhale, cobra. Knees are lifted, thighs active. Protects the lower back. Exhale into down dog. Take a full inhale here. Breath goes down the body. And an exhale here. Breath goes up the body. Left knee down, right foot forward. Inhale, reach up. Breath goes down the body. Exhale, hands down. Left foot joins the right. Top of your mat, folding in. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Step your right leg out to the side and turn your right toes to face forward. So they're at 12 and your back toes are at 10. We come into triangle pose. So as you inhale, the right arm reaches and lengthens. And now as you exhale, left hip comes back and the right arm comes down. Tiny micro bend in the front knee can be really helpful, especially if your legs have a tendency to lock. So right hand to your shin, to the ankle, to the floor, whatever works. Left arm reaching up. And you can look down at that right foot, or look up at the left hand, or look to the side. And now come back to that breath. So as you inhale, the breath goes down the body, right to your root. As you exhale, Lifting the pelvic floor, feel the spine long, open in the chest. Breath rebounds up. Remember that back thigh is turning internally. So it's turning in and the front thigh is turning out. One more breath here. Deep inhale down the body. And exhale. Lift the pelvic floor, deepen. Feel the chest open. Really nice. Let's inhale to come all the way back up. And then exhale, turn your feet. So now the left foot forward, the right foot in. Inhale, left arm rises. And again, a little micro bend in the front knee. And as you exhale, right hip comes back. And the left hand comes down. So to your shin, to your ankle, to the floor, whatever works. And the right arm comes up. Right arm can also stay on your right hip, no problem. And let's revisit the breath. Inhale down your body. And exhale, breath goes back up. Lift the pelvic floor, lengthen. Let's do 2 more breaths here. Inhale down the body. And then exhale. Lift the pelvic floor. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Firm the legs. Inhale, come all the way up. And let's exhale, parallel the feet. Hands to your waist. Inhale, lift your chest, look up. Breath goes down to your root. And as you exhale, lead with the chest and let's fold forward. Breath comes up. And then stay here, take a deep inhale, fill up. And then exhale, fold a little deeper. Become aware of the 4 corners of each of your feet and press evenly so you're not collapsing on the inside or the outside of the feet. You're not leaning too far forward or back. Let's interlace the hands behind your back. Reach the knuckles up. And breathe again. And notice how the different movements in the body affect your experience of the breath. So the key is your experience of the breath. And then the postures facilitate different levels of awareness and opening. Let's take one more breath here. And now a little bend in your knees. Inhale, come all the way up. And then exhale, heel toe your feet together. Close your eyes. And just stand for a moment. Palms facing forward. Deep inhale going down your body. And as you exhale, the breath rebounds. One more here. And exhale. Really nice. Let's come to the top of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Interlace your fingers. Index finger reaches. Exhale, lean to one side. Inhale to center. That real sense of slowing down on the inside. Inhale, breath goes down as you reach and come to center. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, right foot back, right knee down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank. Take a full inhale here. And then exhale, knees down, coming all the way down. Inhale into Cobra. Legs up firm. Exhale into Down Dog. We're going to come into Pigeon here. And so I'll show the forward version first and then the version on your back. So right foot to your right wrist. The left leg stretches back. Have a look and make sure it's going straight back. And then hands to the floor and lift. Right hip draws back, frontal left hip draws forward. Okay, so that's the version here. Second version is, if that feels like uncomfortable in any way, right foot onto your left thigh and then hold the back of your left thigh. So here again, you're getting that lovely opening in the hip, but you have the support of your back. Okay, so either version, either right foot on the left thigh, holding the left thigh, or right foot forward and come back into your breath. Inhale, breath goes down the body. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor. Breath comes up. Let's do 2 more breaths here. And exhale. Smooth, steady breath. Don't worry about how deep your breath is, just have it steady. And exhale. So let's go to the other side. So step back into Down Dog. If you're lying on your back, switch legs. So now the left knee crosses onto your right thigh or the left knee to your left wrist. Either version. Right leg stretches back. And then hands down. Think of your right outer hip coming forward. Your left hip drawing back. And here again, that little pelvic wheel, so the tailbone ever so slightly draws under, so we don't compress in the lower back. And close your eyes, come back into your breath. And one more here. And exhale. Okay, so we're going to start using our pillows and blankets. And so go grab whatever pillows and blankets you're going to use. I'll grab my blanket here. So we're going to take a couple of restorative poses before we come into our Yoga Nidra. And they are intended to help open the hips. We do a restorative inversion, the legs up the wall, and a restorative twist. Okay, so I'm just getting the blanket ready for the legs up the wall. For legs up the wall, we want a blanket underneath our pelvis. It's really important that we fold it so that there's no creases. Right, and so that's what legs up the wall. But first, we're going to take a supported cobbler's pose. So your pillows rolled into a tube. I'm very fortunate, right? I have a bolster here, but pillows or blankets rolled into a tube, and you sit on the floor and then bring your spine onto your pillows or blankets, okay? And so pillows, the long pillow, and it rolled in half. So it's long like a sausage. And then the pillow under your head. So soles of your feet together. And your chest lifted. Palms facing up. And drop in. And so keeping your awareness with your breath. Staying fully present. In yoga, we have these amazing sutras, which are the philosophical element of the practice. And the first sutra, the key teaching, is yoga happens in the now. So if you're not here fully present, if your mind is wandering off, then it's not yoga. So yoga happens in the now. When you are here, when you are present, then that is yoga. And yoga is a state of being. It's not just a set of exercises. It's a way of being. The second sutra says the purpose of yoga is to calm the fluctuations of the mind, to steady the mind stuff. So as you lie here, be here, follow your breath. Okay, so let's take the twisted, supported, this particularly lovely one. Come sitting up and keep your cushions that are rolled here behind you. And so you're sitting on your bum and your legs now are wide, as wide as the mat. So that both of your knees fall to the right and they're a bit wide apart. And your bum is up against the edge of these cushions. And then I want you to turn. So you're going to lie onto your cushions. So your legs are on the floor, they've gone to the right. And then you're going to lie here. If it's comfortable for you, you can turn your head all the way to look over to your right shoulder. But that may be too much, in which case you can leave your head looking to the left. So this is a fantastic pose because it's a supported twist. And it's very strong how we're pushing, the belly pushes into the bolster or the cushions or the pillows as we breathe. So we won't stay here very long. But breathe smooth and deep. Eyes are closed. Again, following the breath up and down your spine, down to your root on the inhale. The lift of the pelvic floor, the breath rises on the exhale. And tune in and feel what's happening in your body at this moment. And now turn your head back to face towards the left if it was turned to the right. And carefully come up. We're going to go the other direction. So feet are wide. And then let both knees fall to the left. And then bum right up against your cushions or bolster. Turn and drape your body over that cushion. And so it's a strong twist, right? And then if it's comfortable, you can turn your head to the left. But if it's not comfortable, just turn your head to the right and breathe here. See, can you relax your shoulders? Eyes are closed. Relax your jaw. Really nice. Let's just take a couple more breaths here. See, can you release a little bit more? Can you relax your shoulders, your neck? Really nice. Turn your head to the right and carefully, slowly coming up. Great. So we're going to do, it's called a waterfall pose, where our legs are up against the wall. And legs up the wall is one pose, but waterfall is where we have a blanket underneath our pelvis. So our pelvis is lifted. So the energy is coming down the feet, down the legs, pooling in the pelvis, and then drawing towards the heart because the pelvis is lifted. So coming up against the wall, the key is to get the side of your hip touching the wall first. And then you swing the legs up. And so the hips, the pelvis are on the blanket. And your chest is coming off the blanket onto the floor. Palms facing up. If you're on the first few days of your menstrual cycle, you can still have your legs up the wall, but don't elevate the pelvis. So leave the blanket out of the equation. And here, just drop in. Soften your eyes, your jaw. And tune in to that flow of energy. As you inhale your breath to your root, as you exhale, the breath rises, draws to the crown of the head. And there's this flow of energy from your feet coming down, pooling in the navel, and then going towards the heart, the throat, the third eye, and towards the higher centers of the brain. And stay here, be present. Really nice. So just a couple more breaths. See, can you relax your shoulders a little bit more? Soften your jaw. This is a fantastic posture. I myself don't know why I don't do it more. It is a great posture to do anytime. So put it into your little repertoire of resources. So very carefully, let's come away from the wall. We're going to come into Shavasana. And so whatever way suits you, rolling to your side. And then coming. So for Shavasana, sometimes it could be nice to put a blanket down underneath you as well as a blanket on top of you. And make yourself really comfortable. I'm going to stay seated because I'm going to guide you through a guided Shavasana. But I was today reading the benefits of Shavasana. And so before we start, as you're getting yourself ready, let me list some of the benefits of Yoga Nidra rather. So Yoga Nidra is where we do a guided relaxation and your awareness floats as I guide you. through all the different body parts. And then we'll go on a little bit of a journey and revisit that intention that we set at the start. But the benefits of Yoga Nidra. So lowers blood pressure and cholesterol, strengthens the immune system, increases helper cells that defend against infectious diseases, increases blood flow to the heart, balances the autonomic nervous system, relieves pain and reduces or eliminates the need for pain medication, balances and strengthens the endocrine system, revitalizes and recharges vital energy, stabilizes the mind and emotions. It's meditative and soothing, heart opening, and cultivates self-compassion. So let's practice Yoga Nidra. So start by making yourself really comfortable. Allow yourself to completely relax. Your eyes are closed, and there's a softening to all the little muscles within the eye socket. Softening of all the muscles on the face. Softening down through the jaw and all the muscles in the jaw. Softening to the chest, the arms, the torso, and the legs. Allowing the whole body to relax here. Allow yourself to drop into a state of relaxation with just a trace of awareness. And it's absolutely fine if you fall asleep. That's also very common in Shavasana. And so take a few breaths here. And with each exhale, allow yourself to drop a little deeper. And so I'll guide you through all these different points. And as I bring your attention to each place, just let your awareness breathe through these points. Totally relaxed, your whole body softening. Relax your forehead, your jaw, your throat, the top of the sternum, your right chest, your right shoulder, your right elbow, your right wrist, the tip of your right thumb, your right index finger, the tip of the middle finger, the ring finger, the tip of the little finger. Relax your wrist, your elbow, your shoulder, your right chest, the center of the sternum, your left chest, left shoulder. Relax your left elbow, left wrist, tip of your left thumb, index finger, tip of the middle finger, tip of your left ring finger, and your little finger. Relax your left wrist, your left elbow, your left shoulder, your left chest, center of the sternum. Relax your belly, relax your pelvic floor, your right hip, right knee, right ankle, tip of your right big toe, first toe, second toe, third toe, and your little toe. Your right ankle, right knee, right hip, the back of the pelvis, your left hip, left knee, left ankle. Relax the tip of the big toe, first toe, second toe, third toe. Relax the tip of the little toe, the left ankle, left knee, left hip, the back of the pelvis. Feel the whole body relaxed. The back of the navel, back of the heart, your throat, your third eye. Relax from the crown of your head all the way down through your body. Allow yourself to get really spacious. Become aware of your nostrils and the breath coming in and out softly. Just watching, not changing it. It slowly comes in and out through the nostrils. And now feel your whole body like it's really heavy. Like there's a weight in your body, a heaviness. Like you're glued to the floor. And then sense a lightness. Your body is becoming as light as the clouds, feeling like you're floating. Now feel your whole body relaxing, receiving. And I'd like you to sense yourself here that you're lying in the outdoors. And there's a stream running beside you. And so in your mind's eye, visualize, imagine that you gently wake up and you stand up. So you're here in reality lying and you're imagining. And as you rise, you look around and you can see the stream running by. And you have a little basket with a little container. And you fill a little water into the container and place it into your basket. And feel the temperature of the water on your fingers. And take a moment to give thanks to this river of life, this nourishment. And then you see a path leading towards a temple in the distance. And you start to walk along the path. And as you go, you see some beautiful flowers. So you bend down and kneel onto the earth and notice the color of the flowers. And asking permission from this bountiful, creative earth, you take a couple of those flowers and you pop them into your basket. So now you have the container of water and some flowers, and you continue along your path. And next, you see a huge tree. And the leaves of the tree are moving in the wind. And sense the ground beneath you as you walk towards it. And notice there's all these beautiful fruit bursting on the branches. And so you ask permission from this beautiful big tree, and you take a piece of fruit and you pop it into your basket. And you make your way along the path, feeling the earth beneath your feet and the breeze against your face as you walk. And then you come into that internal space of recognition that you are going to meet a master teacher, a wise person. And so as you start to walk, have that sense of reverence as you walk along this path. And as you start to come to the temple, you go through the open gates and you feel so welcome. And there's a door, and you place your hand on the knob, and gently opening the door, you peek inside and notice the quality of the light, the color of the temple. Notice anything you are drawn to. And as you step through into the space, you allow a moment just to stand and receive the grace of this space. And you sense the presence of this master teacher. And then you notice a second door, and you go to that door and gently open the door. And there before you is this master teacher sitting welcoming you. So you take your flowers, your fruit, and your jar of water, and you place them as offerings to this master teacher, recognizing their presence, sensing their frequency, and taking it all in as you sit down with them. Just take a moment to receive within the silent space between you and the teacher, and sense that sense of understanding, of communication, and tune in. What is this person revealing to you about you? It's there and you absorb it. And you realize there's no need for words. And you bow and you give thanks. And you turn and you walk towards the door. And then you turn around to face this teacher. And right there now, in the presence of this wise being, you speak your intention. That intention we started with at the beginning of class. That seed that you are calling in at the deepest level of your being. And repeat it 3 times here in the presence of the Master. Feel their grace around you, their empathy, their kindness, their compassion, and feel it penetrating deeply into you, this intention. And now walk out through the temple door, slipping out through the outer door. And take a breath as you walk back into the warmth of the sun, slowly making your way back down the path. And have that sense of a lightness of being, a sense of purpose, of purposefulness. Your heart is full of the clarity of who you are, of why you are, and of all the possibilities alive within you. You make your way back down to where you lie down beside the stream, surrendering into the feeling of lying on the ground, feeling this presence within you, this deep trust. Now, if you wish to stay lying here and absorb and integrate, please do so. Otherwise, I'm going to guide some of you back out. But you know, if what you need is another few minutes, then please stay resting. Otherwise, let your breath start to gradually deepen. Feel the whole length of your body and deepen your breaths. And then, as you feel ready, gently move your fingers and your toes. Draw your knees into your chest. And roll onto your right side. And keeping your eyes closed. Coming up to sit. And allow a moment to really sense that you within you. That deeper sense within. When we really cultivate that presence, when we train our minds so that we're cutting through the veils, we're self-reflecting and self-correcting, then this deeper you manifests in its pure form, which is this beautiful being that's full of love and compassion and empathy and creativity and kindness, maybe also humor. But we all know all this mind stuff gets in our way, and so that is our practice, to be here now, cut through the mind stuff, and allow that you within you to be what is experienced in the world. And it is often experienced. People are drawn to that. If you're here in this class, then you are drawn to manifesting that too. You are on your path. And so feel it lift your heart. And it's often much harder being on the path because when we self reflect and we're self correcting, we can see all these veils that are hindering this beautiful being. But we also can see and sense that beautiful being. And so, hands to your heart and bow to that light that's within you, that light within all of us, within all beings. And may you let your light shine and uplift and elevate all those you encounter. And thanks so much for being you, for doing the work, for taking care of yourself.